George Washington, often called the father of his country, is one of the most iconic figures in American history. But who was George Washington really? What did he do, and how did he become the first president of the United States? In this extended edition, we're diving deeper into Washington's life, legacy, and leadership. So let's explore the man behind the legend and see how his actions shaped the future of a new nation.
Born on February 22, 1732, in Westmoreland County, Virginia, George Washington grew up in a time of great change. The American colonies were still under British rule, and life in Virginia was influenced by British customs. Washington's early years were marked by tragedy. His father, Augustine Washington, passed away when George was just 11 years old, leaving him to navigate the challenges of youth with the help of his older brother, Lawrence.
Washington attended local schools and was largely self-taught, learning from books, tutors, and his experiences. By his teenage years, he was already showing leadership qualities. He worked as a land surveyor, which gave him a solid understanding of geography and helped him develop an analytical mind, a skill that would serve him well in his military career.
Washington's first major experience in leadership came during the French and Indian War, which was fought between British and French forces, along with their Native American allies. At the age of 21, Washington was appointed as a lieutenant colonel in the Virginia militia. He was thrust into the middle of a global conflict, and his actions during the war would shape his future as a military leader. In 1754, he gained national attention after a skirmish that led to the surrender of a French fort in what is now Pennsylvania.
Despite early setbacks, including the famous loss at Fort Duquesne, Washington emerged as a confident and respected leader. His bravery and resilience earned him the admiration of his fellow soldiers and British officers. His experiences during the French and Indian War would lay the groundwork for his later leadership in the American Revolution.
Fast forward to the 1770s, tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain were escalating. Colonists were frustrated with British policies, like the Stamp Act and the Tea Act, which led to protests, boycotts, and eventually the outbreak of the American Revolution in 1775. Washington, now a successful landowner and politician, was chosen to lead the Continental Army, despite his lack of formal military training. But his experience as a commander in the French and Indian War, along with his unshakable resolve, made him the ideal choice.
Under Washington's leadership, the Continental Army faced overwhelming odds. The British Army was well-trained and well-equipped, while the Continental Army was made up of untrained militia with limited supplies. However, Washington's leadership and strategic mind helped the Continental Army win crucial battles, like the Siege of Boston in 1776 and later the victory at Trenton. His ability to rally his troops and keep them focused on the larger goal of independence was pivotal.
Perhaps one of Washington's greatest tests came in the winter of 1777 to 1778 at Valley Forge. The Continental Army was struggling with hunger, disease, and a lack of supplies. Many soldiers were ready to abandon the cause, but Washington's determination and leadership kept them together. He spent the harsh winter training his troops, and when spring arrived, the army was better prepared and more disciplined than ever.
Washington's military leadership culminated in the victory at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. With the help of French allies, Washington trapped the British Army under General Cornwallis, forcing them to surrender. The victory at Yorktown effectively ended the Revolutionary War and secured American independence. Washington had achieved what many thought impossible.
After the war, Washington's reputation as a leader was unparalleled. He became a symbol of a new nation. In 1787, he presided over the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia, where the U.S. Constitution was created. His presence gave the convention legitimacy and helped ensure the success of the new framework for government. In 1789, the United States was ready for its first president. Washington was the unanimous choice. When he took the oath of office on April 30th, 1789, he set many precedents for future presidents, including the formation of the presidential cabinet and the tradition of serving only 2 terms. His leadership during this time helped solidify the power of the federal government and establish the principles of democracy that still guide the United States today.
After serving 2 terms, Washington retired from the presidency in 1797, warning the country in his farewell address to avoid political parties and foreign alliances. Though he stepped away from public life, his influence remained and his ideals shaped the future of the nation.
George Washington's life was one of resilience, leadership, and vision. From his early days in Virginia to his role in the American Revolution and the formation of the U.S. government, Washington played a crucial role in shaping the United States. His legacy continues to inspire leaders and citizens alike. Washington may have stepped down from the presidency, but his impact is still felt to this day. And that's why George Washington is not just a historical figure, he's a symbol of what it means to lead with courage and integrity. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more amazing history stories. If there's a specific topic you would like to be featured, leave us a comment. We love hearing from you.